Okay, Caleb. Oh. Are we ready to cry again? Summer has finally become an inseparable part of my life. We got all the shards, so we don't have to worry. Also, is the volume okay in the game? It's not too quiet or too loud. Oh, we're on Philos again. Immortality once brought prosperity to Philos, and yet even it couldn't prevent the stagnation born from unchecked desires. When time ceased to be a limitation, the Philos civilization was unable to escape its inevitable decay. With the exception of the capital and its surrounding regions, which still clung to their luxurious lifestyles, most of the land had fallen into ruin. Remnants of advanced technology lay scattered across the planet, but a majority no longer worked, or they were simply forgotten. Philosians longed for their former glory, but they had to accept the bitter reality of societal and technological decline. The ruling elite in the Central District maintained their authority via strict surveillance, but beyond that illusion of grandeur lay something far worse. The more you traveled across the planet, the more you saw an empire in decline and the signs of an unavoidable demise. Strife raged tirelessly across the land, and the regime could only cling to life by relying on devastating weapons. Among the rebel leaders, a piece of intel circulated between them. The secret weapon that had crushed countless uprisings was a modified combat android designated as A01. That's us. From the Fall of Philosian Civilization preface. Oh dear.
We have lost control of X-02.
Get out of there, Caleb.
Requesting emergency response protocols to be activated immediately.
There you are.
Hi, Caleb.
Can you hear me?
Oh, it's baby Caleb.
I'll wake you up. We're going to get out of here.
Real-time data of my vital signs flicker across the transparent glass of the experimental pod. A boy who's approximately my age and wearing a powered exoskeleton just like me touches my cheek against the barrier.
We finally meet, A01.
Is that like a... Did they make a baby, a child model for Caleb? Did they just shrink him a bit? Because it still looks like he's still got that sharp jawline, it just looks like he has tiny shoulders. Oh, I'm glad they gave him a little something to resemble a kind of a kid. He is just a baby.
I'm X02.
Aw, yeah, you can't.
There's been a security breach, and the laboratory's control system was hacked. We can only run away while they're trying to fix it.
The stranger opens the experimental pod and extends his hand toward me.
Let's run away, A01.
I am A01, a secret weapon created by the government. My body was modified and encased in a powered endoskeleton. My consciousness can be controlled as needed. People fear me, avoid me, and alter my configurations. That's horrible. So, why would someone reach out to me? Without thinking, I take his hand, pull out the tubes connected to my body, and step out of the experimental pod. The boy leads me through the labyrinthian labyrinthine thing? I don't know. Corridors. And we dodge patrol robots at every turn. We break through several disabled barriers. I leave the lab fully conscious for the first time. Then the laboratory is entirely underground. The boy leads me through a hidden passageway and remains silent. Maybe it's to avoid being detected. Only the sound of our footsteps fills the dark, empty tunnel. We got outside. At the end of the passageway lies a vast expanse of wild grass. The sky floats between the night and day. In the gloomy darkness, the wasteland stretches endlessly before us. There's no telling how long it will take to traverse.
I'm sorry. I didn't expect the tunnel to lead us here.
Don't apologize. The temperature outside is significantly warmer than the lab's. My body registers the heat.
Is it too hot for you? It's currently summer. The laboratory always felt the same, but it's different outside. The sweltering heat, the sweat, and the thriving trees. This is the summer I know.
The long grass grazes my calves as the warm night breeze sweeps across the field. The vivid sensation is foreign to me. I keep moving. Despite knowing we could be caught at any moment, I feel strangely at ease.
Everything outside the laboratory is new. I'll take you to any place you want to visit. I guess you've only ever been sent to battlefields. You must hate areas like that.
Walking beside me, the boy seems lost in thought.
I've been sent to one of those battlefields too. It was a desert, and the war lasted a month. Some soldiers would search for fresh fruit during their breaks. There's this fruit that comes from a tree called Silver Glow, and it glows with a silvery white light. Even its seed shines.
His fingers, encased in his powered endoskeleton, gently rest on my palm while he speaks. The cold, black metal traces my palm and leaves behind a seed that emanates a soft, silvery white glow.
I kept one as a keepsake.
I pick up the tiny seed and observe its soft light flicker through its patterns. Taste? Oh, she finally spoke to him. Surprised, he lowers his head to look at me.
Do you want to know how it tastes?
I nod, and the corners of his lips immediately curl into a smile.
If you want to try it, we'll find those Silver Glow fruits. Now you have a place you want to visit.
I pause and turn to look at him, but his holographic visor hides his expression. Why do you want me to have a place I want to visit?
Because then I'll have somewhere I want to go too.
I don't understand.
It's because I'm your friend.
His voice is clear and certain.
My job is to take you to the places you want to visit.
Is he gonna break Xavier's record and make me cry earliest? As if reflecting the brightness in his voice, a golden ray of sunlight ignites a pale-colored horizon. A tender, golden-red glow spreads from the edge of the sky. It becomes more vibrant with each passing moment. Sunlight pierces the morning mist and illuminates the dewdrops on the grass. A dawn unlike what I've seen before arrives. I can't help but stop and look at the sky. Summer. Daybreak.
Is this the first time you've seen it?
I don't remember. They erase my memories once I return to the lab. Fuck those people. My gaze returns to his face.
Once we're out of this wasteland, it'll be more difficult for them to find us. And the system can only erase memories it knows about. What we see now is ours alone. A secret between us.
After thinking for a moment, I point at him. Calming, encouraging, bright. Caleb. Secret. He seems to immediately understand what I'm saying.
Is that a code? It sounds like a name.
Yeah. X02. Caleb. Okay. He leans down and gently pats my head with his armored hand.
Can I use it as my name?
Yeah, you can. Caleb. His voice is lively and gentle.
Of course. I won't let you forget. From now on, we can experience this together every year. And Caleb will be someone you see every day.
He extends his pinky finger toward me. Perplexed, I looked at him.
Hold out your finger, like this.
I hesitate for a moment. Then I raise my right hand and extend my pinky. Our armored pinky fingers hook together.
Now we've made a promise. We'll stay together every day and never be apart.
Test subjects have been located. Activating capture protocols. Use any means necessary.
Fuck you. Our promise barely began before it was broken in the cruelest way possible. I can hardly recall how I was captured. My mind is a blur of laser fire and soldiers collapsing under my floating blades. The place where I had first tasted freedom turned into that familiar battlefield in an instant. The boy protects me from a lethal laser blast. He falls in front of me.
Get out of here. Run.
I stab my floating blades into the soldiers and ignore the wounds I continue to get. My vision blurs. Through the haze, I see his body dragged away by robots. Caleb. A dull thud resounds as a laser pierces my powered endoskeleton. I fall into the blood-soaked grass, and the sky turns into a blinding blood red. Amid the sea of blood, a faint silver light flickers before my eyes. A silver glow fruit. I don't know when the glimmering seed fell, but it now rests beside my right hand. With the last of my strength, I struggle to wrap my fingers around it. This is the last image I remember before losing consciousness.
2 test subjects have been apprehended, commencing full examination followed by solitary confinement.
No!
Commencing comprehensive examination of the test subject.
That loathsome, familiar voice invades my ears, but my mind remains foggy.
A01. Energy signature. Destructio. Preliminary assessment complete. Bodily impairment at 91%. Comprehensive modification and repairs required. Initiating the memory extraction protocol is recommended.
Nuh-uh.
X02. Energy signature. Construo. Preliminary assessment complete. Bodily impairment at 78%. Prioritizing the extraction of its energy for A01's repairs is recommended.
Excuse you?
Activating memory extraction protocol for A01. Keywords are as follows. X02. Friend.
Yeah, Caleb's like the fucking backup. Like, no, we won't focus on him right now. We gotta focus on her. Like, fuck you. And they're also removing friend from her memory. My subconscious is plunged into chaos as a boy's face keeps appearing in my mind. The scent of wild grass in summer and how plants touch my skin, the silver fruit seed, the sunrise. Our hooked pinkies, the promise we made. A daybreak unlike any other, one that will never fade from my memory. X02. Caleb.
Memory extraction complete. We will now proceed to modify and repair A01.
I used that one day to remember someone who didn't have a name. My memories are once again consumed by the lab and battlefields. My body undergoes more modifications. Stricter control mechanisms are imposed on my body and mind. I'm sent out to fight. I kill, get wounded, black out, and wake up fully repaired. Then I'm sent out to fight. I kill, get wounded, black out, and wake up fully repaired. I'm sent out to fight. I kill, get wounded, black out, wake up fully repaired. Then I'm sent out to fight. I kill. I never get another chance to escape from the lab. But deep within my consciousness, I repeat that one name over and over again. Caleb. Wow, what a first fucking chapter that was. I'm already drained. It hasn't even gone anywhere yet. We just started. Oh, God. Experiment ID AX42B. Date, Phalosian calendar, year redacted. Recorded by Othin 17798. Objectives. 1. Determine the nature and interrelation of A01's and X02's powers. 2. Observe their behaviors and responses under various environments and stimuli. 3. Assess the planetary impact of their powers. Othin Research Bureau Report number 83401. Yeah, quite the introduction. 10 years, oh my. As usual, I'm confined to the experimental pod. My mind is hazy, but I can still see and hear. I just returned from the battlefield. Fragments of violent images still flash between my thoughts. I try to find my one solace amid my chaotic memories. Whenever I think of the name Caleb, I get a moment's respite in this endless loop. However, the memories tied to that name are shrouded in fog. Oh, God. Quit doing this big kaboom with Caleb and Bob. Please stop. The silence in the laboratory is shattered. Violent tremors bring the seemingly sturdy walls crashing down. The transparent wall of my chamber breaks. In the dust, countless fragments reflect a single figure. Hi, Caleb. A tall figure wearing a powered endoskeleton approaches. A mix of familiarity and strangeness grips me upon seeing that black armor. He reaches out and touches my cheek against the transparent barrier of the experimental pod.
Do you recognize me, A01?
I do.
I'll wake you up.
You know, he's big Caleb now. He's not baby Caleb. I feel his fingers touch the crystal switch at my throat. He taps a few times on the holographic panel that appears. It's as if a fog is lifted. My senses return to my body. My lips tremble as I look at the man before me. I search through my memories, but only one name surfaces. Caleb?
That's me.
Yeah, it is.
The rebels have attacked the Central District. They're looking for you, A01. The lab's systems have been destroyed. We can use this chance to escape.
That is like that's some deja vu right there. I don't know who you are. I only know your name.
I'm Caleb, your friend.
Mr. Timmy. Friend?
All you need to know is that this isn't our first time escaping.
There's a strange familiarity in his voice, which stirs my fragmented memories. I remember escaping with Caleb before. He is taken aback, then he extends his hand toward me.
I promise, this will be our last escape.
The test subject has escaped, requesting interception immediately.
No, go away. The laboratory collapses under heavy bombardment, but the robots continue their relentless pursuit. We end up fighting our way out. Caleb leads me to a hidden underground warehouse where, to my surprise, an aircraft awaits. He skillfully pilots it and takes us into the clouds despite the intensifying gunfire. He's always a good pilot. The aircraft slices through the sky, and the massive laboratory is already out of sight. Does this mean we've escaped?
Not yet.
No, they're gonna be chasing after us.
Warning. Multiple aircraft detected. Estimated hostile forces exceed 200 units.
Oh my
Immediate
god.
action required.
It looks like the government is more interested in capturing you than fighting the rebels.
They want me as a weapon.
They won't last long without you.
Good.
But the rebels won't let you go either.
Are you scared?
This is our last escape. We either succeed or die. Being captured isn't an option.
Outside the windshield are swarms of aircraft piercing the thick clouds. I stand and walk toward the cabin door. They'll try to shoot us down. Protect the aircraft.
You're the one I need to protect.
Before I can react, he's already beside me.
This is our escape. I won't let you fight alone.
Caleb opens the cabin door. A dark, gloomy force spreads from his palm and suspends our aircraft in midair. You're evil.
I'll help you.
I nod and leap out of the cabin. Held aloft by an invisible force, I summoned my floating blades. The giant black swords swiftly strike the approaching aircraft one after another. The thick smoke engulfs our vision as enemy aircraft burn and explode. They're like a firework display celebrating our escape. Endless lasers weave a net of destruction, and it's impossible to avoid. Both Caleb and I are struck. I'm used to pain, and we have no other choice this time. Welcome back, Jay. Oh, phone started acting up. That's weird. Hopefully, it works normally from now on. The last enemy aircraft is sliced in half, and it plummets to the ground. I look down at the burning wreckage far below. An exhaustion I've never felt before hits me. An injury-induced dizziness returns. I fall backward, yet I don't plummet from the sky. A pair of hands catches me from behind, and my body relaxes. I can trust the person holding me. Yeah, you can. It's Caleb.
Emergency protocol has been deactivated. Switching to autopilot mode.
My mind is still a blur. I groggily open my eyes to see him.
We're leaving the Central District. They shouldn't be able to catch up to us for now.
Resting on the floor of the cockpit, I watch as he kneels before me and examines my injuries.
Your mechanical body is severely damaged. I'll do my best to repair it.
He gently lifts my hand and turns my palm upward. His other hand aligns perfectly with mine.
I suspect this is your first time being repaired while conscious.
Probably, actually.
You might feel some strange sensations, but that's normal.
Our connected mechanical parts seamlessly shift and form a transfer port that locks our palms together. I'm not sure if I imagined it or not, but I feel cold energy tinged with pain flow into me. I try to pull my hand back, but Caleb gently squeezes it. Our fingers intertwine.
Just a few more seconds.
Okay. A sharper pain crashes into me, and I feel as if every wound is set aflame. My body burns, and my mind teeters on the edge of chaos. It hurts, Caleb. It hurts so much. No, you're gonna... No, Caleb. He stiffens for a moment. Then he carefully moves his other hand to pat my trembling back.
It'll be okay. I was always the one to repair you when you returned from battle.
Poor baby. I instinctively hug him with my free arm. I rest my head on his shoulder, as if this gesture could somehow ease the pain. Don't leave me. No, see, don't you use that line too.
I won't. I will never leave you again.
The burning pain inside me gradually subsides. The energy flowing through me changes from freezing cold to warm. It's like I'm returning to a place that feels like home. I slowly close my eyes and feel an unprecedented sense of peace in my heart. Deep down, I believe that when I open my eyes again, I won't be alone anymore. Let's run away together, Caleb! I still remember from the event, we gotta go find our paradise. Caleb gently places the girl in the co-pilot's seat as a desolate landscape appears outside the porthole. Even though the aircraft has left the Central District, he doesn't feel relieved. His energy is fading. He could repair her damaged body before, but now he can't even restore her to a stable state despite using all his strength. Their powers are bound to the same source, so as one grows stronger, the other becomes weaker. His decline can only mean one thing. The Destructio energy is getting stronger, coinciding with the escalating strife that continues to engulf this planet. And when this energy grows unchecked, the first thing it destroys is the vessel containing it. He's already made me tear up in the first two, both chapters. It's sad. Yeah, let's elope. But probably not a full good idea because he's growing weaker. And considering he said that the Destructio energy consumes its own vessel, which the vessel is MC, so it's also slowly killing her as well. Experiment ID A01UW175. Date Philos calendar year redacted. Recorded by Othan17799. Objectives. 1. Use visual and auditory stimuli to make A01 intermittently aware of X02's existence and observe her reactions. 2. Analyze A01's emotional state and energy fluctuations to assess the fundamental attraction between the two. What the fuck? 3. Evaluate the stability of A01's autonomous consciousness and behavioral patterns after becoming aware of X02. Othan Research Bureau Report number 8527. It's like Caleb and MC are like a couple of insects in like a box and a bunch of people are just watching them. I don't know, it's kind of gross. It is so inhumane, like what the fuck? I don't know how long I've slept. When I open my eyes, I find myself in a small rocky cave. A small campfire burns at the cave's entrance. A familiar figure is looking into the dancing flames. I slowly step outside to see a vast desert. Caleb hears me and quickly turns around. Oh, you took your visor off. His holographic visor is gone. I can't help but stare at him. Oh, me too, girl. Me too, girl. No. Nah. Yes. Share that. We're gonna need that tonight.
What's wrong? Do you feel unwell?
I am unwell. I've been unwell the past 2 hours because of you.
Do they look weird?
If you're talking about your eyes, absolutely not. You look so good. I walk up to him, cup his face, and look into his eyes. I don't blink. Oh, don't you give me the stop. Don't give me the puppy dog eyes. Kiss me, I might feel better, Caleb. Your eyes, they remind me of a scene.
What kind?
Yeah, what kind, MC? An image surfaces in my mind. A sky floats between night and day from many years ago. The summer sky just before sunrise.
That's something we saw 10 years ago. How much do you remember?
I shake my head. Only bits and pieces. And your name. He falls silent. Then, he pats the spot next to him.
Are you hungry? Let's eat something.
He gives me a fruit. Its red spines were burned off. What is this? It's not a nutrient nugget? Ew. What is a nutrient nugget? His expression becomes one of utter disgust.
We're no longer in the lab, so we're never eating those things again.
Caleb always wanted to make
These
sure.
are red thorn grass fruits. They're rich in protein and nutrients.
I know. Caleb always gotta suffer with MC not fucking remembering him. Like, poor baby. I take the warm fruit and bite into it. Slightly charred and crispy, it's salty. He closely watches my reaction.
Do you like it?
It's not bad.
Here, try this.
Boy just has like a bunch of food that he's trying to feed her. He always want to make sure MC's eating well. He speaks in a more cheerful tone as he gives me a berry with blue and white stripes.
It's a blue stripe berry, perfect for quenching your thirst.
Oh, okay. I pop it into my mouth. Cool, sweet juice encases my tongue. For a long time, my taste buds only knew the artificial flavors of nutrient nuggets. Ugh. But thanks to this single berry, the world beyond the lab has revealed itself to me. It's sweet. So this is what sweetness tastes like.
You like it, right? I'll remember that for later.
You seem to be knowledgeable about these fruits.
I was deployed in a desert once. The environment and vegetation were a lot like this.
A sense of familiarity washes over me. I reach into my pocket and pull out the silver fruit seed I've kept hidden. What about this? Do you recognize it? Surprise flashes across Caleb's face, and his eyes light up like they've caught the fire's glow.
You kept it this whole time.
Girlie's confused.
It's a seed from the silver glow fruit. The fruit itself looks like this.
Oh, he has the fruit. Before I know it, a fruit emanating a soft silvery white glow appears in his palm.
Do you want to know what it tastes like?
Mm-hmm. I nod and bite into the fruit. Sweet and sour flavors blend on my tongue. There's also a hint of bitterness. The taste is hard to describe in one word, but I don't hate it.
At long last, I brought you to a place where silver glow fruit grows.
Seeing my confusion, he responds with a relieved smile. Did we make a promise before?
Yes, this was part of it.
Do promises made many years ago still need to be kept?
They must.
His voice is gentle yet firm, and the moonlight watching over the wasteland casts a soft glow on his face. An emotion wells up inside me. I want to remember the promise we once made. After we finish the fresh fruit, Caleb puts out the fire and moves the spare sleep pod from the aircraft to the cave. The inflatable sleep pod quickly takes shape, and he starts to set up another one. I don't need it. Girl, you sleep on that bed. He's gonna like tie you down on that bed if he must. Hey, it gets me to laugh, okay? When I'm feeling sad, I need an unhinged comment to make me laugh, okay? Taste of forbidden fruit. Mm-hmm.
This sleep pod will help your body and mind rest properly.
Oh. Okay, that's fair, MC. That's fair. It's too cramped. I don't like it. I sit down and lean back against the rock wall near the cave's entrance.
Are you going to sleep like that all night?
Yes.
If you don't like the sleep pod, use it as a mattress inside the cave at least. Then you can stretch out.
The cave isn't any better. Oh, don't look at me like that. Hello? Oh. I wasn't expecting him to look back over at me so quick. You know that man eats a lot of pineapple. He totally does. Caleb looks at the dark, cramped cave and seemingly comes to a realization. He moves closer to the entrance and sits down next to me. He positions himself as if he were my shield. Aww.
Right. You know, I also don't like being alone.
It's very windy near the entrance.
That's why this spot is mine.
I turn my head and our gazes meet.
In the lab, we were actually separated by one wall. And it was a mirror in my room.
So he couldn't even... He just had to... Was it like a mirror to see yourself or see her?
I didn't realize it was one way until it got destroyed.
Oh, no.
You were in the room next to mine and could always see me, right?
No! Because the note said that they had to have her... They wanted to see how she reacted just seeing him exist, but he could never see her. I nod as I recall that transparent wall. It was like a stage built for an audience of one. Me. The sole actor on that stage was a prisoner. The boy in the other room. Confined to the experimental pod and unable to make a sound, I was forced to watch his loneliness and pain play out. What the fuck, man? That's horrible! It felt like an experiment.
Were you able to hear me?
All kinds of plants grow in the desert. There are blue straight berries, red thorn grass, and silver glow fruit you were curious about as a child. Would you like to go to an amusement park? I used the system to find the dreamiest one in all of Philos. Fuck off for... That's the goddamn background of Lucid Dream. This amusement park floats in the sky. Even the clouds are pink and purple. I want to take you there. It's like a paradise. You'll like it. I calmly repeat his past monologues. He's slightly stunned. I heard everything you said at the lab. But only now do I realize you were talking to me. The wasteland's moonlight is reflected in his eyes, and his expression seems more animated.
Then you must have heard what I said every night.
I need to go lay down, man. Good night, my one and only. I swear if they have this man say that.
What about you?
I had no one to say those words to. So I never said them. He turns to look at me, and his gaze becomes serious.
Have you given yourself a name?
I pause before looking at him. I think so. I think Caleb beat Xavier. I think Xavier's was chapter 4. So I think that's when Uluru popped up. I think Caleb wins. No one has ever called me by a name.
Well, now you have someone who will.
Riley. He lowers his gaze and carefully repeats the name several times. When he looks up again, his features soften.
From now on, we'll hear the words we want to hear. Good night.
Good night. Good night, Caleb. I close my eyes and listen to his steady breathing nearby. I unconsciously rest my head against his shoulder. I slept well that night. No sudden awakenings, no dreams. Oh man, this... I regret I need... I don't have any issue. No pillow. Caleb lied down for a second. Or better, she could go sit on his lap and then just face plant. That's what we do. Yeah, we need his titties for comfort. I'll be right back. I need to go get something because my face is a mess. And it's gonna continue becoming a mess. Okay. We're about getting into the first Kindle. There's a research notes going to appear every single one at the start of every chapter. Experiment ID A01X02HY04. Date Felosian calendar year redacted. Recorded by Othin 17802. Objectives. Is it fucking notes? 1. Create a simulation of the planetary threats that could arise from the energy fusion between A01 and X02. Huh? 2. Research and design preventative measures to stopping the energy fusion between A01 and X02. Oh, is this involving their big supernova kaboom at the end? We know that's gonna happen. Caleb doesn't remember most of the dreams he had in the laboratory, except for one. It's a vivid dream that reoccurs frequently. Past an endless tunnel of space and time at the far ends of the universe, a blue planet orbits peacefully. The planet's inhabitants closely resemble the people of Philos, but everything there is full of life. It's a stark contrast to the declining Philos. The images in the dream are vivid. He seems to know how the people live there and how the scenery flows. More importantly, the planet's energy always feels familiar and nostalgic to Caleb. It carries a unique aura of rebirth. Perhaps it's not a dream, but a distant memory. Is this like main timeline Earth with Caleb? Is this what he's dreaming about? Yeah, that's what it seems like. We fly our aircraft to get as far away from the central district as possible. But the aircraft was hit with heavy bombardment. It's constantly malfunctioning. Oof. Eventually, we're forced to take a risk. We land on the outskirts of a ruined city to look for parts. As we enter the desolate streets, wary and curious eyes follow us.
Linkshire was once as lively as the Central District, and now it's rare to see a new face.
The notes give Grandma vibe. Don't bring up friggin' Josephine right now. Also, I'm not looking forward to frickin' main story wrap, please. I am, but I'm not. I'm not ready for the big sad again. A black market merchant greets us in an unremarkable corner of an old district. Despite her friendly tone, her sharp, scrutinizing gaze reveals her caution. Ban the name. Hey, I gotta call her Josephine because I don't call her Grandma. Especially since we're still clad in combat armor.
So, where are you two planning to go with these parts?
We're going to find our paradise. Before I can respond, a small hand tugs at my finger. Oh.
Are you both robots?
Doesn't deserve me remembering her. Completely fair. Completely fair. I don't want to remember her either. I look down at the little boy and shake my head.
But you don't look like everyone else.
She's my friend.
Oh.
Have you ever seen robots that have friends?
True. The little boy shakes his head.
I've always been alone. Is having a friend any different from being alone?
Oh, there he is. Hi, you. Cat. This is Oliver. He's not my cat, but... Oh my god, what the fuck? Fucking bugs. We get to see a cat and I get assaulted by a fucking ladybug. Which has now captured Cat's attention. Well, off he goes. Sorry, Caleb. Sorry, kid. We were talking about a cat. Friend be... I mean, yes. I don't know where he went. He might have left the room. Chat says bye, Oliver, wherever you disappeared to. Who knows, he might come wandering back in at some point.
It's different.
Agreed, Caleb. Caleb glances at me. I mean, he's not looking at me.
Having someone always be there for you, it feels different.
But my grandma is always there for me, too.
Blech. Better not be like that other grandma.
You brat. Sorry about that. This is my grandson, Kolo.
Okay.
He hasn't seen many outsiders, so he's curious.
You're from outside? Which outside?
Fate. I hesitate. I don't know the name of places on Philos aside from the Central District.
The edges of deep space.
Hell yeah.
The edges of... What's that?
It's the origin of all Philosians. Our ancestral homeland, basically.
I probably just look just as bewildered as the little boy right now.
There aren't many deserts between the cities there. People enjoy traveling to see all kinds of landscapes.
Why does he look like so bothered to be talking to this child? Yeah, it's almost like it's more than friends. Chinese version. What about it, Nana? His expression is honest, as if he experienced it firsthand. Did he get this from the cognitive domain system?
Do they have these? My grandma worked really hard to get them for me.
The boy pulls out several white paper ornaments from under the table. They're neatly folded.
Paper is rare on Philos, but on that planet, it's an everyday necessity.
Yelos. Go to your grandma. God. He's... Oh, replaces all the time. Oh, did it with Guga. Please. Yeah, screw the word friend. He's our Guga. She's my baby sister. I'll take that over friend, actually. When it comes to Caleb, I'll be that.
Almost every child there learns to fold simple objects.
Oh. His understated tone makes my mind wander.
What else? Tell me more.
Caleb casts a side glance in my direction. Then he crouches down to be at eye level with the boy.
I'll tell you, in exchange for getting some unfolded paper.
Aww,
How does that sound?
He's gonna teach us. Yeah, they use honorifics for Caleb and all the other voice languages of the game, and just not in poor English, because we don't have those. Yeah, Oppa is for Korean. When we left Lingshire, I think that's how the granny pronounced it, we took the aircraft parts and the precious white paper I'm holding right now. I know there's a few different honorifics for Japanese, but I'm thinking Oni-chan, maybe? I've never heard it, so I don't know specifically which honorific they're using. That could be Oni-chan. Back inside the aircraft, Caleb gets straight to work without even resting for a bit. Lying on his back under the control panel, he swaps out internal parts.
Regulator.
I hand it to him, but my gaze keeps drifting to the nearby paper. We want to fold the paper, Caleb.
Are you curious?
Yeah, teach me, Guga. Have you visited the edges of deep space?
I'm not sure. I don't remember being there, but these images keep appearing in my mind.
Oh. That must be where Earth is at the edge of deep space.
They feel like memories from a long time ago.
As he finishes the repairs and pushes himself up, I hold out my hand to him. I know it's hard to translate, so I'm glad Impol just, yeah, not ignoring it. Yeah, just, why not? That's the only translation we have for Gugu and Meme is big brother or baby sister or little sister or whatever. That's the only translation we have. So just use it. New year, new me. Caleb's like, I'm free. I can use the terms I want to. He hesitates before letting his cold, mechanical hand clasp mine. I pull him up. I don't have memories like that. He carefully studies my face.
Is that envy I see?
Oh. I don't know. But you look happy when you talk about that place. Is it even happier than the dreamiest amusement park on Philos?
I've never been to either place. But that amusement park isn't far from here.
Can we go to the amusement park, please? Caleb raises his hand and taps the air to bring up a holographic screen between us. With his finger, he draws a simple sketch on the screen.
There's a hover train that weaves through the amusement park. It'll pass by the Ferris wheel, the roller coaster,
and the merry-go-round.
You remembered that.
I remember everything you said, including the amusement park's coordinates that you kept repeating. I write out the numbers I heard Caleb say many times on the holographic screen. X 4352.74, Y minus 982.56, Z 1287.32. Let's go to the amusement park and smooch, Caleb. My hand stops exactly where his fingers rest on the other side.
Do you really want to go there?
Mm-hmm. You said it's a place that makes people happy. I don't know what happiness is. No, that's so sad. His expression falters for a moment. In that fleeting second, I can't discern the emotions in his eyes. Caleb places his hand on the holographic screen and makes it disappear. My hand touches his palm.
I'll take you to any place you want to visit.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but when our hands touch, in spite of the powered endoskeleton, I unexpectedly sense warmth. I look up at him. Because you're my guga. You're my guga. Not my friend. My guga. He seems slightly taken aback. Then a gentle smile appears on his face.
Yeah. It's because I'm your friend.
I always laugh when they want more yandere or darker stuff. Bro, seriously. Literally, though. Now, when main story Caleb comes back, they're all gonna be clutching their pearls again. Well, Jay, I'd say Raph is a man of many masks. He got all of them sides to him. But generally, the yandere I don't think is, for main timeline anyway, isn't really displayed towards MC too much. Well, maybe, I suppose the main story probably is a little bit. But now that, like, in the relationship part, it doesn't really appear too much. Because he's already got her, you know. Wait. I kind of have to read that, whatever that line is. I didn't understand what having a friend meant before, but over time, I found my own definition of that word. Maybe I'll understand what happiness is when we arrive at the amusement park. It better still be intact or I'm gonna be so upset. Caleb access the aircraft's controls, and we take to the skies once more. We're no longer running away. We now have a destination. Still no Kindle, actually. To chapter 5, we still don't have a Kindle. That's crazy. To be fair, most people don't read, much lore if they... True, if they don't care about the specific ally, they're not going to read his lore and his story, so that's where the mischaracterization usually comes from. I think so. Because, I don't remember, because all the second myths don't have their first Kindle happen until about usually halfway into the whole thing. The third myths always have their first Kindle, in the first or second chapter. Trying to think. Don't fully... Xavier's was in the second chapter. I can't remember if Silas's was in the first or second chapter. Zane's has his, literally 5 minutes into the damn story. You were used to early Kindles. Was Zane's the only one in the first chapter of his? Because his was literally 5 minutes in. It's just so funny. But yeah, we're used to the early Kindles, but I think this one is so far the longest it's been. Same wanted to get the train going. Okay, what's this stupid fucking research notes that they're giving me this time? I'm not even gonna read that. Well, I'll read the experiment ID because that changes every time. A01 IE03. Objectives. Reconstruct the energy transmission network within A01 to enhance the test subject's absorption and release capabilities. 2. Reinforce A01's powered endoskeleton and insert environmental adaptation modules to improve the subject's adaptability and stability in various environments. Okay, that's not... Makes her a bit more adaptable to everything, okay. Saying it's I don't have time for it's immediately. Nah, he wanted to get the back shots though. He had to get his back shots first. Caleb often woke up in the middle of the night when he was still in the laboratory, and there would be a severe ache in his chest. Why? At first, he thought he was sick, but he soon realized the pain had nothing to do with his physical health. I felt like someone deeply connected to him was suffering, and he felt her pain through an invisible bond. Let's see he's feeling. Caleb knew she endured the wounds, the mental erosion, and the torturous modifications. She had to bear this inhuman pain because of the destructio energy she was born with. He wished he bore all that pain in her stead. I know you do, Caleb, but I don't want to see you with it. This thought became a thorn in his heart that grew only inward.
Approaching designated coordinates. Entering landing mode. Please ensure your safety.
Thanks, AI system. The aircraft has reached its destination, but the dreamy amusement park is nowhere to be seen. I just said it better still be intact. The remnants of a hover train lie scattered on the ground as if to prove this wasn't just our imagination. The amusement park did exist at one point, but now now only its rotting remains stand before us. Lost in thought, I stare at the wreckage.
This planet is big. There must be other amusement parks still present.
I don't know, the place is kind of a wasteland, Caleb. That won't be necessary. Well, I turn around and calmly look at Caleb. Let's see, what the fuck? It's okay to not know what happiness feels like. I've matured just fine, girl. No. No. I start walking toward the aircraft, but he grabs my wrist.
Let me show you a magic trick.
He releases my wrist and deftly folds, unfolds, and refolds the white paper he got from the boy. Before long, he places the delicate white paper crane in my hand.
Let's see how far it can fly.
Although I'm confused, I play along. The small paper crane glides from my fingertips. It flies into the distance, and my gaze follows it across the desolate ruins. It circles back toward me. But just as I reach out to catch it, it levitates before my eyes. Did you use your evo? As soon as the words leave my mouth, I realize I'm floating. I look down and see Caleb walking through the air. He's headed towards my direction.
The hover train is gone, but there's always another way to reach the sky.
During the previous battle with our pursuer's aircraft, I hadn't paid attention to the sensation of floating. But now that I'm suspended in the air, I feel like I lost my balance. He steadies me, and the familiar pull of gravity returns.
For my next trick, I'll turn this place into an amusement park just for us.
The paper crane levitates and leads the way. Caleb holds my hand and guides me through the night sky. From above, the amusement park no longer looks like a bunch of ruins. The Ferris wheel, roller coaster, and merry-go-round, they stand like frozen relics of a bygone era. The wind and clouds are woven to form a vessel beneath us, and I turn to look at him. He's beside me. Caleb?
What is it?
This feeling I've never felt before. Is it happiness?
If you like this feeling, then yes, it's happiness.
After thinking for a moment, I gently pull him closer. He leans down. I see my lips curve into a smile in his eyes. I like this feeling. So, I'm happy right now. Caleb stares at me as if bewitched. Yeah, he is. It's like he's seeing something completely new. Did I say something wrong?
Not at all. It's because...
He finally saw her smile. He gently touches the corner of my mouth with his index finger.
This is the first time I've seen you smile.
I also touched the corner of my mouth. It curved upward. Because I'm happy?
It's not just that. This also changed.
His fingers moved from my cheek to the corner of my eye. Caleb, your eyes and mouth also changed. I touched the corners of his eyes and lips. Yeah?
Yes. Now we can see our happiness reflected in each other's faces.
But I still don't know what makes you happy.
You.
I'm trying not to cry again. He softly says this single word. The evening breeze tousles his hair, and the distant stars are reflected in his gaze. Just as I've come to understand happiness, I also understand what it means to have someone who's always been there for me. Memories of Caleb flash through my mind. Walking in midair, paper crane, the wind blocked at the cave's entrance, silver glow fruits, campfires under the night sky. A familiar yet unsettling feeling sweeps over me, and my consciousness begins to blur. Are you okay, MC? That's not good. It's just like those moments before my memories were erased. Don't you do
Pipsqueak?
I was not expecting to hear a pipsqueak in here! I lower my head through the haze. The crystal embedded in my powered endoskeleton gives off a faint blood-red glow in the darkness. You have to say the pipsqueak. I missed pipsqueak! My mind spins into chaos's embrace. Even breathing feels painful. As I collapse into the arms of the person beside me, a sharp sound charges toward us. Oh, fuck. A golden beam pierces the darkness and grazes my powered endoskeleton.
It's a surveillance drone. Get behind me.
We were just having a moment. Not this again. They keep bringing this golden strand up. Countless pairs of golden eyes suddenly light up in the night sky. They're like a pride of lions surrounding their prey. More golden beams are woven to create an intricate net. They're trying to trap Caleb and me. I try to summon my floating blade to counterattack, but my fading consciousness prevents me from using my E-ball. Oh no. Behind me, a golden beam strikes. As it pierces my chest, I lose my balance and fall. Caleb catches me. Focused, he uses his E-ball to lift the passenger railroad car into the air. It serves as a makeshift shield. He carries me into the floating passenger railroad car while lasers relentlessly attack its exterior. I can hear the muffled explosions. My senses are about to disappear. Even the pain in my chest feels like a distant, phantasmal sensation.
Listen, I know your mind is in disarray.
I'm fine. You need to go. No, he's not doing that. I try to push him away, but he pulls me back into his arms, using an even greater force. He leans down to my ear. His calm voice is steadfast.
You must remember what I'm about to tell you. Don't go back to the aircraft. It's most likely being monitored. Return to Lingshire and take shelter in an abandoned house.
I can't leave you. The passenger railroad car buckles inward under the ruthless gunfire. The increasing number of strikes is a warning. It won't hold on for much longer. Caleb presses his hand against the back of my head. Our foreheads touch. There's no fear in his eyes, only a burning light belonging to someone who's ready to face death.
You won't be taken back there, and you won't die. This is our last escape, I promise.
He's gonna go and get himself kidnapped. His other hand grasps mine, and the transfer ports in our palms connect. A flood of energy surges into me. It's not the cold, soothing kind I knew before. Caleb, it hurts. The energy burns like a raging wildfire. It consumes every fiber of my being as if to hollow me out.
Don't be afraid. This won't take long.
A shrill, ringing noise echoes in my mind as unfamiliar energy takes over my body. It drains whatever remains of my energy. I struggle to break free, but his arms hold me tightly.
Forgive me. This is the only way.
Doing? I suddenly realize he's exchanging his energy with mine. Caleb! You can't bear it.
But I'm willing to do it.
He pulls me closer. Our heated breaths mingle as our bodies seem to merge.
I will give you my fate, and your fate will become mine.
The energy courses through my very being to claim every part of me. You know what? I want to save that line. Screw it. It's sad. In a matter of seconds, my body accepts this new presence as if welcoming back something it had lost. A dull ache throbs in my heart as I desperately fight to stay conscious. Why? He responds with a sad smile, and his warm lips brush against my eyelids.
Because I'm your friend.
You're my gaga!
A close friend is willing to do this. To die for you.
In this close moment, I see his farewell in that smile. It feels like our final goodbye. My lips move, but the word I want to say won't come out. Caleb. As my world slips into darkness, I see Caleb turn and walk out of the passenger railroad car. No! He levitates in the air as massive black swords materialize behind him. That's how he gets those? The floating blades forged from my energy now serve as his weapon. A massive swarm of drones surges toward him to attack the newly reborn combat android. He raises both hands. Gravity is warped, and the black hole that manifests shreds the machines into pieces. Caleb turns his head to take one last look at the passenger railroad car. Then he leaps into the sea of metal. Yeah, they went and swapped! I don't... I don't have the funds to be an OT5, but I am an OT5. I feel like I need that hot chocolate real bad right now. I need the sweetness. Okay, chapter 6. I wake up in the wreckage of the hover train's passenger railroad car. Well, that's fair. Well, he'll have a rerun next year. All the surveillance drones have vanished into the night sky. They took Caleb with them. The sky floats between night and day as another summer sunrise looms. The amusement park has returned to being ruins. I'm alone once more. The space around me feels like a laboratory, boundless yet still a prison. Caleb's energy is warm and calm like lake water under the summer sun. It carries the essence of life and hope itself. He took on all the pain and darkness, so I'd only be left with this pure hope. If I were to ask him why, he'd probably smile and give me that answer. Because I'm your Guga. Guga. My heart feels the pull of a familiar force. I know Caleb is alive. He's just outside my reach. Instead of hiding in an abandoned house like he told me, I search the ruins of the amusement park without rest. The pull my heart... I think it's supposed to be the pull in my heart. Or... Oh no, the pull my heart feels grows weaker. Okay, there we go. I can read. I don't know what's happening to Caleb, but if the connection breaks before I find him, I force myself to move faster. I need to cover more ground. Caleb, wherever you are, please hear me, sense me, wait for me. I will find you. I'll wake you up and make you hear me say your name again. That's fair. It's been an OG first quarter of 2026. Yes, you'll be guaranteed for Silas's new card. If you don't pull on Caleb. That is. Thankfully, Xavier was nice to me for a solo, but not so nice to me during this rerun. Little shit. And he has the audacity to show up in his wedding suit today. I lost count of how many days and nights I've traveled. I don't know how far I've gone. The ruins of a city rise in the distance. It looks like the outskirts of Lingshire. Light fades from the weathered buildings as another night approaches. A feeling swells in my heart. Caleb is nearby. Climbing over the rubble of a building, I see the setting sun casting light on the lonely wreckage of an aircraft. Oh no. My heart races as an invisible force pulls me. The person I've been trying to find is close. Oh, the game was lagging a bit. Kindle's coming by. I move to the other side of the abandoned aircraft. Hi, Caleb. Caleb leans against it. His eyes are closed, and the cockpit's cables are connected to his back. The aircraft's energy isn't enough to repair his system. The scene mirrors the moment he found me in the laboratory. It's as if our fates had been switched. Keeping my emotions in check, I approach him one step at a time. Hello? No. We gotta wake him up. Oh. Uh-oh.
Target acquired. A01. Activating elimination protocol.
I mean, no. No, Caleb, please. Oh no. This is not how I wanted you to hold me.
Error detected. Execute A01. Execute.
Wake up, Caleb.
No. Command. Rejected.
First thing I look over and see a Katie. The back of ears would look so good on him, though. Hi, you're okay.
Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine.
Seeking me out, that's dangerous.
Oh.
If it's you, no matter what, please wake me up.
No, there's his big puppy dog eyes. Like, please stop. I have not gotten any of the promise reruns yet. Depending on how the poll's going when I go on Saturday is when I'll do, I'll get the promise reruns. Because if I get, so far right now I want Zane's and Raph's, that's gonna be like $26 for me. And yes, Caleb's eyes, precious baby, look at him. We'll always wake you up, Caleb. Stop the little smile. Where are we? Oh, okay. I support Caleb as we quietly head back to Linkshire in case the drones are still patrolling the city's outskirts. His system has sustained heavy damage. We need to quickly find a safe place for repairs. The black market merchant who sold us aircraft parts kindly let us use her old house for now. How nice of her. If I get things now to complete the set, I can't... Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, hopefully they do rerun those promises again. Uh-huh. I don't... I want all of the promises, but that would be like... That's gonna be like over $50. I don't know. It depends. I will spend that much if Caleb's pulls go really well. We'll see. We're at least getting Zane's, that's a given. Although it's worn from age, the room is tidy. A vintage floor-to-ceiling window takes up an entire wall, so the space is flooded with light. Caleb, utterly exhausted, collapses onto the bed. Aw, we got... Just play with his hair, let him sleep. I gently touch his eyelids and feel a trace of warmth beneath my fingertips. Let him have a nap. Suddenly, his eyelashes flutter. Oh no, we woke him up.
Don't worry. I'm fully conscious.
You don't have to be. He takes my hand and turns it over. The various cuts and scrapes I collected from those days of looking for him in the ruins are revealed. His grip loosens as if he's afraid to cause even the slightest discomfort.
Were you uncomfortable these past few days?
Without saying a word, I press my palm against his. He understands and tries to pull away.
My system is fine.
I pin his hand down to the mattress. I sit on the edge of the bed and look down at him.
Your hands...
My pain receptors have been modified. But you're not like me. I force his palm to align perfectly with mine, and my powered endoskeleton shifts as our transfer ports connect. Energy flows into his body. His wounds seemingly burn as they heal.
Let go of...
I use more of my strength to stop him from moving. His face slightly pales from the pain. This is how you repaired me before. I'm just returning the favor.
Don't waste your energy on me.
The energy transfer suddenly stops. I stare at my palm, shocked beyond disbelief. Caleb's system isn't fully repaired, but my energy is already drained. Unease creeps into my mind. Our energy levels are mismatched? You knew? He turns his head away to avoid my gaze.
I'll recover. I just need more time.
I grab his shoulders and make him face me. Our gazes meet. You lied to me.
Yes, I did. How are you going to punish me?
Caleb.
I'll accept whatever it is you plan to do.
Don't ask a question like that in our presence, please. I give you a big wet smooch on the lips. We put a ring on it. My fingers trail from his shoulders to his collarbone and move toward the center of his neck. Your punishment. Promise me that you'll never leave me again. Ever.
What if I break it?
Caleb, why'd you have to say it like that? Don't be talking in that octave, mister. My fingers stop just above the crystal on his throat. All it would take is one push to transform him into something else. Like what? I know your weakness. If you break it, I'll make you my prisoner. MC! Oh my god. Girl. He hesitates before taking my hand. He sits up.
Where will you imprison me?
Don't act like you like this. We know he does. I will shackle you in a place only we know about.
Are you talking about that planet at the edges of deep space?
Unhinged in every... I know. They're both unhinged. You told me the people there call their living quarters a home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You said going home is a normal occurrence there.
Yes. Normal, but important.
Can we have a home if I take you there?
Why do you want to go to that place with me?
Because you're my gaga. The light from the window reaches his eyes and makes them shine like a nebula. Can I call you that?
Of course.
Why did he say it like that? Don't cry. I move closer and wrap my arms around him. Just think of it in the original translation. We're not friends, okay? His presence surrounds me. For a moment, the cold metal of his powered endoskeleton feels seemingly warm. Caleb.
I'm here.
I rest my head on his shoulder. Now I understand what it means to have a friend, a gaga. He wraps his arms around me. His embrace is ever so gentle, as if he's afraid his powered endoskeleton might hurt me. Baby needs a hug.
What does a friend mean to you?
There's someone I can't live without. That's the only option. I don't want to mean to make this man cry, please. He slightly leans back and leaves just enough space between us. Hesitation flickers in his eyes. Is that not true?
You'll be older one day.
Oh. This is such a line that would make much more sense if they kept... if they kept the brother-sister thing. With friends, it's like, what does that even mean? You'll be older one day, okay? And... yeah, more than a friend. Yeah, you won't be my friend anymore when that happens.
When you leave the lab, you can live your own life.
With you. I caress his cheek. They'll let me be the only one in your life. Yeah, friends don't age. He pauses before turning his head. His warm lips brush my fingertips, and his voice is as soft as a whisper.
That's not the answer I expected.
What, you think I was just gonna abandon you? Caleb!
But I like it.
I sit up straight and extend my right pinky finger to Caleb. Back then, you taught me about promises.
So you remember?
Mm-hmm. All our memories are tied to the name Caleb. Yeah, we abandoned you in the next myth, not this one. His eyes sparkle as he extends his pinky finger. Stop. Let's leave Philos and travel to a planet at the far edges of deep space.
Okay.
Our pinky fingers, both encased in armor, hooked together just like back then. It was summer at that time, and now it's currently summer. This season has finally become an inseparable part of my life. Yeah, he keeps doing things to me. This is how he ended up in the harem in the first place. Oh my god. I know. Yeah, on the third myth, I'm not ready to know what happens during it. Oh no, not another one. Experiment ID A01X02TM07. Objectives. 1. Install and activate quantum interference modules for A01 and X02 to ensure stable operation. 2. Set the following trigger conditions. Initiate quantum interference when X02's and A01's energy fluctuations maintain synchronization for an extended period of time. So they are activating this so they don't have the same level of energy. Ooh. Maybe. What arm is it? I think it's on... Looks, I think the claws are on his left arm, but it's supposed to be his right arm. That's the mechanical one. Isn't it? I watched the trailer 100 times. For those on the run, a destination is like a beacon and a spiritual anchor guiding every step of the way. To reach our homeland, at the edges of deep space, we still have much to prepare. Lingshire was once a bustling hub of aerospace innovation. Now it's nothing but ruins with abandoned equipment. We found a small spacecraft in an old warehouse on the outskirts. If it's modified and given enough fuel, it can fly again. We exchanged the aircraft we used to get here for the parts we needed with the black market merchant, Helen. Caleb and I ventured into the city's desolate outskirts to hunt wanderers for their protocores. Those will serve as a source of energy for our spacecraft. As the days passed, our dream of departure felt closer than ever before. Not this damn lake again. After working very hard, we finally filled our pouch with protocores. It's currently midnight. But instead of heading back with our loot, Caleb and I are captivated by the scenery before us. A nameless lake sits on the far reaches of Linkshear's outskirts. The humid night air clings to our skin, and the calm lake mirrors the brilliant moonlight in the sky.
I saw this before in the lab's system logs. Philosians missed the moonlight of their homeland, so they built an artificial satellite to mimic it.
Yeah, because when we're talking about robotic arm, his right arm, that's the one that has, like, a full endoskeleton robotic arm. Because this one here is just wearing a normal glove. I'll have to look at the new one again and see what's going on with his right arm. But it looks like it's just a normal arm. We sit by the lake. I touch the water, and the cool ripples curl around my fingers. They soothe the heat coming off from me.
When we finally see the moonlight in our homeland, we'll remember this night.
It's so far away.
Yes. Anything could happen. We might not even make it.
Don't say that. I place my hand deeper into the water and watch the ripples spread out. It doesn't matter so long as we're together. Caleb looks at me. Then he tilts his head toward the sky.
No matter what happens, we'll always have the memory of tonight to hold close to our hearts.
He raises his hand and a tiny spinning black hole forms. The small ripples on the lake's surface gradually turn into waves. They're drawn upward by an invisible force. The water hovers above the lake. It forms a massive, transparent sphere that sparkles with reflected moonlight.
On that planet, they have something called a crystal ball. They're often given as gifts.
Mm. Are they also made out of water?
No. The ones there are smaller. Sometimes they have tiny items inside them to create scenes.
Is he talking about a snow globe? Because that's what I'm immediately thinking of. He stands and holds out his hand to me.
This one only belongs to us.
Having floated before, I've gotten used to the feeling of my feet leaving the ground. Caleb pulls me effortlessly into the sphere. The transparent water around us shimmers with iridescence under the silver moonlight.
Hold on tight.
He guides my hands to rest behind his waist and wraps one arm around my shoulders. Our crystalline bubbles begin to float even higher. Kayla, is this another one of your magic tricks?
A magician relies on illusions. But I want to make all your wishes come true.
Prismatic lights dance around us, refracting and reflecting endlessly. They make me feel like I'm inside a giant crystal ball. Yet his eyes shine as pure and bright as tonight's moonlight. All my wishes will come true.
Yes, all of them.
I hold him even tighter. The wish I have right now has already been fulfilled. The night is still, and all I can hear are our footsteps in the empty city.
Why are you staring at the ground? Are you exhausted?
Listen, our footsteps. They sound like they're going home.
You already think of it as your home, huh?
I watch our steps fall in and out of sync. I mean, us walking together is what feels like home. He slows his pace until we're walking side by side.
I'll remember the rhythm then. So from now on, we'll walk home like this, together.
I feel like he's playing another magic trick on me with his serious tone and how he says the word home. My heart is racing as if I'm engrossed in an enchanting performance.
Now you're the one who's slowing down. What's wrong?
He places his hands on my shoulders to steady me. Then he leans down and looks at my face.
Tired?
Yeah, you want to carry me? His compassionate gaze is so close. Not wanting him to notice my quickened heartbeat, I only nod.
We've been out for a while.
He could give us a piggyback ride! He suddenly stops, turns around, and crouches down in front of me.
Hop on. I'll carry you home.
Yay! Do it, MC. I don't move. Instead, opting to stare at him. She has no idea what the hell he's doing.
It'll be faster this way.
Bro? Hello?
Don't you want to go home soon?
I'm jumping on his back. Carry me! He lifts me with ease and walks forward.
If you're tired, close your eyes. You'll wake up at home.
Oh. I lean my head against his shoulder and let myself relax. Yeah, I'm home right here. Caleb.
What is it?
I like it when you say home.
Then I'll say it every day. Let's go home.
I no longer care if he notices my racing heart, because I can feel his heart too, as my chest is pressed against his back. Like mine, it's beating just as quickly. Our hearts are perfectly in sync. The rhythm is exciting and comforting. Good night, Kayla.
Good night.
Content, I close my eyes and fail to notice the faint blood-red glow from the crystal embedded in his powered endoskeleton. What's that mean? He does say home a lot. That is true. He says home a lot. You're a bit behind. That happens, but you're right though. But I don't like the blood red on the little gem. I'm not liking that. Oh, not another one. Oh no. Experiment ID A01 X02 NJ04. Objectives 1. The interference control module via feedback signals will adjust the pattern of entangled particles to generate specific quantum states. These will target the neural networks of A01 and X02 to disrupt their consciousness. Ew, what the fuck? 2. Monitor and document the destructive effects and quantum decoherence when the energy fluctuations of A01 and X02 converge. Yeah, red's never a good sign. Shortly after exchanging energy with the girl and waking up, Caleb had an ominous premonition. The color changed in his powered endoskeleton's crystal, and the brief haze clouding his mind made him remember the ruins of the amusement park. The girl underwent the same process, the crystal decoloration and the mental fog. Those symptoms have been transferred to him. After their failed escape as children, the two had undergone many modifications. Maybe this was a failsafe, a mechanism the laboratory had implanted to prevent another attempt. But what was the trigger? When he carried the girl back to the old house on his back that night, he finally realized the answer. The trigger was each other. More specifically, it was their feelings. And yet they were experimenting on them to see how they would feel about each other. The closer they became, and the more they interacted, the faster their consciousnesses degraded. They were programmed to be each other's poison. This naturally formed bond was destructive, a catalyst designed to make them forget and hurt. Despite this newfound knowledge, he savored the sweet poison. All he wanted was to stand by her side and board the spacecraft destined to reach the far edges of deep space before the mechanism overwhelmed him. Caleb's a different story, though. Or not Caleb, Silas, my goodness. The war between the government and the rebels had reached a precarious stalemate. The Central District has been reduced to rubble. The flames of conflict spread to every part of the planet. Lingshire was no exception. Outside the window, an ominous red glow lit up the night and was accompanied by faint, distant explosions.
It's me.
Hi, Helen. Helen rushes in with her grandson, Kolo. Both are disheveled from their journey, and her usually calm demeanor can't mask her fear.
The rebels are already at the city outskirts. It's sooner than I expected.
Yeah, we gotta go.
We'll be boarding a large evacuation ship. You two should come with us. It's safer if we stick together.
If they find us, everyone on board will die. Caleb and I exchange a glance. We know that we are thinking the same thing.
Thank you, but our fuel is ready. We'll be leaving soon.
But your ship is a private spacecraft. It has never traveled that far. What if...
Do you really have to go?
I'm sorry,
Where are you
Caleb.
going?
We're going home. Caleb pats the boy's head.
We're going to a place where the seasons change. We'll see life grow, a summer sunrise, and real moonlight.
Does this world have such a place?
Caleb shows a slight smile as he glances at the boy. He turns to look at me.
If this world doesn't have it, then we'll find one that does.
Helen sighs and hands a metal box to Caleb.
Take this. It's the best warp drive I could get.
You.
And this is the communication key for our ship. Just in case. So long as you're within range, we can send a rescue shuttle.
After Helen nods, Kolo places a small communicator in my hand. Thank you.
You need to go to that world you're looking for.
Take care, children.
Now this is Grandma right here. Well, I know they kaboom, Katie. They kaboom, I know that. They don't make it home. We watch the massive spacecraft disappear into the sky. The flames of strife enter the heart of the city. Scared and dilapidated, Lingshear marches towards its funeral. Outside the floor-to-ceiling window, buildings stand against the blinding flames. Thick smoke fills the air, yet the city remains strangely silent. We have to leave immediately. Caleb goes to the warehouse to replace the spacecraft's engine. I stay behind to gather emergency supplies. We'll meet up after I'm done. I rush to the warehouse with everything I carry, yet I see Caleb standing outside the spacecraft with his back to me. Caleb. Of course, you got nutrient nuggets, supplement concentrates, and...
X-02. Command confirmed.
Caleb? The crystal embedded in him emits a faint blood-red glow. I realized this happened to me when we were in the ruins of the amusement park. Caleb? I take a step and grab his arm. I don't like that expression. But when he turns around, his face is expressionless. It befits something that can be called the ultimate perfect weapon.
Carrying out orders. No. I'm not X-02. I'm Caleb.
Yeah, you are. Fight! His unfocused eyes slowly regain clarity. The red glow from his powered endoskeleton fades. God, he's so strong. His body sways, and I quickly steady him. Are your memories being erased? Is it because we exchanged energy?
Let's get out of here first. Once we're safe, I'll explain everything to you.
Outside the spacecraft's viewport, Lingshear, consumed by warfare, shrinks into a speck of light in the distance. As the spacecraft ascends, the entire planet seemingly spirals into an inferno. I hope everybody else made it out. I pilot the ship, but my heart races as if it's feeling someone else's pain.
We have interference modules inside of us. When triggered, the one with the destructive energy will experience a degradation of their consciousness. Until they lose it completely. Then they must wait to be reactivated.
It's clear that what those people feared. Weapons with a will of their own. Suppressing the bitterness in my chest, I force myself to stay calm. If we leave Philos, the module won't be activated. He lowers his gaze to avoid looking me in the eye. That's when the truth hits me. Am I the trigger?
Whenever our energy synchronizes, it activates the interference module.
My body trembles, but a soft smile appears on his face.
It's not your fault. They knew I couldn't stop myself from wanting to synchronize with you.
The countless experiments have dulled my anger and pain, yet they surge once more as they're reborn from my flesh. All of them deserve to die. But who are they? The researchers who modified us? The rulers who crave our power? The creators who gave us this energy? Or is it fate itself that's binding us in each other's shadows? Before me is this boundless universe, yet my hatred can only merge with its unfathomable darkness. This should be my burden, If Caleb didn't exchange his energy with me, he wouldn't need to suffer. I grasped Caleb's hand and tried to connect to the port in his palm. Suddenly, something warm and sticky. He's not bleeding, is he? I slowly turned my hand. Dark red blood has mixed with a golden fluid in my palm. It flows down my wrist.
I'm sorry.
Dies. Caleb's smile softens as he opens his wounded palm. His transfer port has been completely destroyed. He didn't destroy it himself, did he?
We won't be exchanging energy anymore. But at least, I got you onto this ship before I was taken away. I promised this would be our last escape. And I meant it.
His grin sends waves of fear through me. I grab his arm. Caleb, don't you dare leave me. We promised to reach the far reaches of deep space together.
Warning. Internal energy fluctuations are intensifying. Hull integrity at risk. Immediate action required.
The floating blades. I can't control them for much longer.
Even if you lose consciousness, it doesn't matter. I'll always be the one to wake you up.
Warning. Spacecraft is under heavy bombardment. Shield integrity at 70%. A massive fleet is approaching. Contact will occur in approximately 25 seconds. Please execute tactical evasive maneuvers.
This is perfect.
Caleb.
Your fate is now mine. This is the last thing I can do for you.
He releases my hand, stands up, and leaves the cockpit. I try to follow him, but gravity pins me in place. A transport door separates us. A transparent door separates us. It's just like that barrier in the laboratory. But he won't be waiting for me on the other side this time. Caleb, no. Don't leave me, Caleb. Caleb stops in his tracks. He turns his head up ever so slightly.
I'm sorry. I failed you as a friend. Our promise to reach the edges of deep space together. I broke it.
I could only see one of his eyes. With it, in it lies a gentle resolve that destroys my heart.
But the promise we had since we were born, I kept that one. Our bodies, minds, and spirits are from the same source, even if it all fades away.
That fucking water.
My soul will always resonate with yours, because
His lips continue to move, but no sound comes out. This is Caleb's final goodbye. I need them to stop sacrificing themselves. I'm not ready for this last chapter. God damn it, this myth is giving me a headache. I'm gonna go need to refill my water after and put some electrolytes in there. A fish you cure the headache, yeah. Oh no. Caleb has a secret he never told anyone about. It was born the exact moment he became aware of her existence in the laboratory. He didn't know if it was related to their shared origin, her being the center of his world, or the fact that she was herself. Yet in the end, none of it mattered. Every reason began and ended with her. The secret was a seed buried in his heart, and over the years it grew into winding vines that formed an invisible net. It bound him and made him want to bind her just as tightly. At the beginning and end of those vines was a single thorn, one that grew inward. Their shared connection meant his soul was always destined to recognize her. His soul resonated with hers again and again because he loved her. The deafening echo of that love had traversed the sealed laboratory, the war-torn planet, the inevitable end. Now it would finally fade into silence.
Independent combat unit detected. Multiple enemy vessels have been eliminated. The number of the fleet's pursuers has been significantly reduced. Warning. Combat unit's vital signs are fluctuating. Severe wounds are likely. Warning. Combat unit is in freefall. Immediate action required.
Oh no, we need to go out and get him. The AI system's voice reverberates throughout the spacecraft. With gravity restored in the cockpit, I open the transparent door. Outside the viewpoint, debris from destroyed ships flies through the void like meteors. And there he is, the one I can't bear to lose. He's falling toward a final goodbye. Caleb, what makes you think my life could mean anything without you? I don't want to live in a world without you. Not even for a moment. There's a third option that isn't one person escaping or getting dragged back to the lab. And maybe that's the ending I want. I touch the silver seed I always carry, open the emergency hatch, and leap into the void. We've seen this before in a myth. Not this again. I'm forgetting where I've seen this before. I swear this seems so familiar, yet I don't remember playing this myth. Uh-huh. Oh, we're not going alone. Controlling my powered exoskeleton, I drift through space. In the distance, ships explode in silence. The remains streak across this emptiness. The receiver built into my ear picks up a sound. The piercing screech almost makes me think it's an auditory hallucination. Isn't this Caleb's receiver? My intuition makes me look down. The figure in black is quickly falling. Caleb. As I hear his faint breathing through the receiver, I push my powered exoskeleton's engine to its limits and fly toward him. Oh no. Caleb.
You. How? You must turn back.
I mean, yeah. Rap just standing there. I ruined the scene for everybody. It's at 3% now. Take this damn visor off. Let me see your eyes.
You should visit any place you want. This path will only lead to destruction.
Hi, Senna.
We're from the same source. Then it's a promise. In life and in death. We will never be apart.
Goodbye, babies. Yeah, and death got a new meaning. I feel like I woke up from a long, endless dream. In that dream, countless nebulae were set aflame in the fathomless depths of space. They collapsed, and a black hole formed at its center. There was an explosion. New stars were born. Then I heard a faint voice telling me a story about another world. In the chaos, it was the only thing I could understand. And that voice kept saying the same words. Let's go home. Construo and Destructio are two forces that drive the evolution of civilization. These intertwined forces are interlocked in a perpetual cycle. Phelos's empire rose from the advent of technology which granted immortality. Yet beneath its glory were the seeds of destruction that had long since been sown. Immortality meant the end of progression. Their decay began the moment it was achieved. Immortality could not sustain an immortal civilization. As destruction pushed this world towards its final moments, flames of hope were ignited elsewhere in the universe. It is a testament to the endless cycle of rebirth. From the fall of Pelosian's civilization, the final chapter. Got the seed. A childhood promise hidden within a tiny fruit seed. A secret of summer days. Planted and waited for that summer to sweep across the barren plains. We finally did it!